Why don't we take a poll of our listener?
You want me to message her real quick?
Yeah, would you?
And now, Cheese Wits.
Let me go to my computer.
Oh, were we surprising you?
No.
Is he touching himself again?
I guess.
I'm just grabbing
What
my
it
tea.
looks like.
Yes, he was grabbing himself.
What did Jody just say?
He's grabbing his tea.
She's trying to get in on the action.
She said, yeah, you're grabbing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I
She's
believe-
right.
Yeah.
I believe her.
Hold on. Ugh.
Here he comes.
Close the doors to the office. Turn on my beautiful lights so I'll look fantastic.
Now, watch Chris. He's going to turn on the computer and it's going to say updating.
No, it's
Probably.
not. Because I updated it already before we did this an hour ago. Let me see if I can join the call. Can I join the call from here?
This is my favorite part of the program.
Yeah, mine too.
I mean, when I listen each week, this is going to be best of next year.
Between this and your dropouts.
Well, yeah. Look, we could do a whole show on just my.
There. Ha ha ha.
By the way, I'm doing the show remotely today.
Oh, okay. That's new.
Aren't you
I am
always
doing
doing the show remotely?
And no, the last few weeks I've actually been sitting at home, but today I am in line at the Thermont Event Complex for bingo that begins at 8:00 tonight, but the doors open at 5, and there's already a line here at 4. So I'm here defending our place so we can get a big table for my whole group.
So you're standing in line recording this
How the hell
podcast
are
for
all these
everyone to hear?
octogenarians in line
That is
so early?
correct. So this ought to be rich.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
In a bingo line. I
In a
thought
bingo
those people
line.
ate dinner at 4:30, didn't get in line for bingo at 4:30.
right.
No, for a New Year's Eve bingo, Wally, at $250 a game, there's going to be people here.
Oh,
200. Now, how much is the entry? Like $10?
$60.
$60, but every game you could win 5 games.
Yeah, and there's going to be 500 people here tonight, I'm sure.
that's
Wow.
wow.
Yeah, this is Upper Maryland. Bingo's big here.
I remember.
I mean, what else are you going to do? You know, watch bears fuck in the woods? I mean, that's it.
Well, that's what we do in Maine.
Yeah. Speaking of which, didn't you have like roads disappearing up there underwater or something like that recently?
Oh shit! Yeah, we've had some. It is the fucking. I know there's no global warming, of course, and there is no weather changes.
Well, I'm just waiting. I mean, you and this liberal bullshit of yours will probably say there is global warming and weather changing and stuff.
Well,
but proceed.
Yes. So the lack of global warming has created in the northernmost part of the country, no snow, about a foot of rain over the last 2 weeks, flooding unbelievably, roads washed away. I was without power for 3 days.
Oh my
shit.
God. Well, you go out of power if a rat farts down the road.
Yeah.
Well, you do? Oh no, not us. We are very sturdy where power
Really?
usually comes
I mean, how many times have we been on this podcast and his power's died, Jess? At least 3 times?
weather. You guys, weather is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what a lot of the power outages are from? A lot of power outages are because people are stay off of my land. Do not cut those trees near those power lines on my land. And then strong winds come, knock the trees over, knock down the fucking power lines, and people go, I can't believe I don't have power.
That Tennessee Valley Authority ain't coming on my property.
Yeah, you got it right there.
Now, you know what? They do come and trim the trees back from the power lines here, and they make the trees look all stupid, and it's obnoxious as hell. But okay, fine. It means the power doesn't go out. For that, we have to rely on the idiot drivers to hit the power poles to get
Right.
that.
Yeah, of course. But when an idiot driver hits a power pole, you know, people in the street lose power.
No, not around
when
here.
100 trees fall down.
No, not around here.
400,000 people lose power.
Somebody can hit one of the transformers a mile away, and our whole area is without power.
Yeah. What is that? 100 people?
No,
100 customers?
no.
100 customers? We had like
Says the guy who lives
400,000
out in the
people.
middle of nowhere to the person living in the it city that's growing faster than it can handle.
The shit city.
Yeah.
Shit
Yes,
city.
I've been reading the news. That is the shit city. You got it right.
Mm-hmm.
The it city. It'll be it for about 2 years, like every other it city has ever been.
One could hope.
Then there'll be
Because there's not
yelling
enough
about-
room for the people we already have. We don't need more people moving here.
You don't want those. Aren't the Californians leaving California in droves to move to other places?
Yeah, they're
Which is
coming here. They're
Well, yeah.
they're moving into these places downtown that are overpriced, but not if you're from California. And they're moving in next to bars and venues that play, that have live music, and then complaining about the noise.
Oh, it's the same here. Here they move from New York and Massachusetts and New Jersey, and then complain. They move to the country and then complain when people mow their lawns on Sunday morning at 7:00.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And then they create those. What are those? FOA. What are those?
HOA?
HOAs. Yeah, HOA.
I will
FAO
never.
forces.
The HOA gives a big FUC to everyone around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the HOAs are fucking bullshit.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. And it's generally one of the main reasons why I hate people is because of one of the HOAs I had to deal with years ago.
Yeah, I can't blame you. What was
I've never lived in an HOA. Why do I hate people?
Well, just because it didn't naturally. It just, I think sometimes it happens. By the way, you can't imagine the amount of handicap spaces that are filling up here very quickly. You just can't imagine. And the guy in this car next to me looks like Norman Fell. That's pretty funny. I got pissed off because of the trash cans. You couldn't put your trash cans out the night before. They wanted you to get it out front the morning of trash pickup, even though they were picking up the trash at like 5:15 in the morning.
That's so stupid. That is the reason I think I would never live in an HOA. I mean, one of the reasons, because first of all, for me to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for a house and then pay somebody else to tell me what I can or cannot do with that house
Exactly.
seems really
everybody
stupid.
wants to live in Pleasantville.
Yeah. But then also they want to nitpick the height of your grass and what time you put your trash cans out and time you pull your trash cans back in, as if your entire existence revolves around your fucking trash cans and your lawn. Those things don't matter.
The house, there are those HOAs. I think there are HOAs around here. You can only use historic colonial colors.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What?
There's the colonial red, the colonial green, and the colonial blue and white.
There was one of the places I lived in Frederick, because downtown Frederick is a historic district. The balcony was basically, or the back porch was on a second level, and it was basically falling apart, but the owner couldn't replace it without approval from the historic district, and the historic district would only approve it if you used specific materials and specific colors and specific this and specific that. Fuck that.
They have that in Cambridge, Massachusetts, where to renovate a building that was built in 1804, it'll take you, when they originally built it, it probably cost $73.
Right.
To renovate it now, a 2-story building will cost you $112 million.
Of course.
Because you need to use historic, like Jess said, historic practices and techniques and colors and architect. All of it is fucking just crazy.
Yeah.
I was going to say the word. Refurbished. That's
that one, that R word. Okay.
That old trope, refurbished.
Yeah, that old chestnut.
Yeah, but now I must admit, when you walk through a place like Cambridge, Massachusetts, it's fucking beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's absolutely beautiful. There's no dumps there. It's not like here where you go downtown, you're like, oh my God. Like here, the section of town or the section of the city and the city next door to us that is horrible is the city with tree streets and presidents. So Lincoln Street or political streets, Lincoln, Knox, Sherman, or any of the trees, Maple, Oak, they're fucking dumps. They're just falling down, low rent, low district housing that slumlords do not keep up. And if I were the king of the world, the worse your property looked, the higher your tax would be.
I'm sure that'll fly over well.
And the better your property looked, the lower your tax would be. Give you an incentive not to have. Jess, what are you looking at?
There's somebody outside.
What are they doing, Jess?
I don't know. I think it's one of the neighbors walking her dog, but she's dressed as if she's walking through a blizzard, and it's like 45 degrees.
Jess is looking at Church Street, realizing that the taxes on Church Street and Frederick ought to be $1.3 million per house, according to Wally's math.
That would be like Church Street. And is Church Street a dive street?
Well, let's just say it's not a place that I'm going to grow and raise a family in 2023 for. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. It's church. I was thinking Church Street in Burlington, Vermont, which is a fabulous street.
Church Street in Nashville, Tennessee is where they put the gay bars.
So it gives a new meaning to going to church.
Yeah. Or the guy's going, so you go to my church?
Right.
Little code there. Little code in Tennessee.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am. So plans. Okay. First, since this is Christmas is just gone by, New Year's. Christmas, fabulous, fantastic, good.
Yeah.
It's just another fucking day.
Yeah. See, a lot of people are that way. Just another day. It depends. We had a good Christmas. Kind of weird because we have one grandkid here till noon. He leaves, and the other grandkid gets here at noon, which is kind of shitty for the kid. Shitty for the kid.
Yeah.
But then you have to go give presents to people that it's like, I mean, I'm sure it's great giving presents to kids, but look, okay, why can't I give Jenna presents, on October 8th? Why does it have to be on December 25th? What signifying with Jesus Christ, who we know nothing of between birth and age 33, by the way, of him being born, we have to give other people fucking gift cards to Chili's. Why? Why? Why?
That's kind of like what I was saying last week about the fact, like one of the reasons that I opened my gifts early is because December 25th is a random day picked by some religious guy. That has nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Away in a manger. Okay, so he was away in the manger. All right. He was born. What the fuck high school did he go to? We don't know this. Okay.
Yeah,
we don't
really
know
don't.
what he did in his 20s. No idea. All of a sudden he's born. And then the next time you know, it's 33 on a cross. How about that? And then he came back from behind the rock and boom. We know nothing in between.
Like what clubs was he in? We know he was a carpenter, but did he take wood shop or did he just become a carpenter?
He was Latin. He was a Latin.
He was in the Latin club, maybe chess. Who knows? Could have been in the Glee club. Probably because he did hang around with a lot of folks. He had a little tribe that he hung out with, a little troop. And
maybe he went to Church Street.
I'm thinking he did go to Church Street.
We don't know.
My feeling is he probably was a guy who went to Church Street with his friends, with his what did he call them? Disciples. Sounds a little cultish to me.
His displays.
Display. Man, your French is getting so much better.
Yeah, the displays.
Now, Chris, I did see that you got an interesting gift for Christmas.
Which one?
I didn't see that.
The little red microphone.
Oh God! Hold on one second. Try me one more time. I had to mute for a second.
That.
Which present are you talking about?
The little red microphone.
Oh, the butt plug.
The butt plug.
Yeah,
so here's the thing. That butt plug. That was during the what was it called? The Secret Santa gift.
Oh, so it wasn't even specifically meant for you.
No, so somebody else got it, but that butt plug also came with, I just said butt plug in front of a bunch of old ladies. The butt plug came with a bunch of lottery tickets.
Oh, God.
Okay. So I made sure that I took the one with the lottery tickets
So you could
because
get lucky
I was the
two
last
ways.
pick. So I pulled the butt plug away from my father-in-law
Okay.
with the lottery tickets.
You pulled it out of your father-in-law?
No. It wasn't used. It wasn't used
Yet.
yet.
Any luck with the lottery tickets or the butt plug?
I won $200.
That's so. Oh, okay. All right, that's fantastic.
Neat, huh?
So there's my grandson just calling to say he wants to come home because he's at his mother's house, and the mother and her girlfriend have decided they're going to an adult party tonight, leaving Dagan home alone.
Are they going to a disco?
Yes, they're going to the Church Street.
You don't have to be of figular to go to a disco. Okay, you don't have to be a poofter to go to a disco. You can. Everybody can go to a disco.
You are watching. Have you been watching like Acorn? Have you been watching the BBC again? Poof.
No, I've been sitting there. I've been watching everything on the Hallmark channel because in my house, you got to sit there and watch all the Christmas movies with Lacey Chabert. So,
but Jody and I was talking to Jody the other night about the Hallmark channel. And the topic of discussion was, now some of those movies on the Hallmark channel, they're not half bad. They're pretty good, and the acting is pretty good. So
it's
what
the same fucking movie.
Huh?
Every movie is the same fucking movie. What are you talking about?
Movie. Of course, it's either the guy is a deceiving prick or the woman is a deceiving prick, and somehow they come to the other side, and suddenly there's a romance. But the acting is pretty good. What is the difference between one of those actors making it and not making it, as compared to the ones that become huge stars? They're doing nothing different.
I think
the ones that are huge stars are on an actual channel that isn't called Lifetime.
Well, I think it's that's blowjobs. I think the difference might be blowjobs.
You know what? I have actually worked one off to thinking of Lacey Chabert blowing me. So that could be a thing.
Hold on, I need tea. Yeah, so here's my grandson at his.
I need tea. Lord Jesus.
Here's my grandson at his mom's house.
Yeah,
and they decide, well, let's leave the kid home alone for New Year's Eve. Let's go out and get fucking plastered.
That's great.
But let's fight with his dad about where he's going to be tonight. And that's the way it goes. Well, it's my night, so he's going to be with me. And we're going to leave him here alone. We're going home. And this is the first time I will tell you, this is the first time he's called home to say, yeah, can you come get me?
And is that going to be a big fight with the mom?
No, probably not. He's probably told her he wants to come home. And he's started to assert himself. He's 16 now. So he started to assert himself a little bit in that 2-parent, 2-location thing.
Mm-hmm.
And mom is losing a little bit there. And I think she's maybe recognizing that, hey, maybe when your kid is with you, you should do something with them.
Yeah.
And make life fun for him and not just fight about where he's going to lay his head that night.
Yep.
What? And you shut up too. My cat.
I will not.
It's my cat. You hear the cat?
No. All I heard was you telling me to shut up.
No, I was telling the cat. I was telling the different pussy to shut up. The one on the floor.
Oh,
what happened, Jess? Did you almost spit up a little bit?
Nope. Nope. Didn't work.
What's in your cup today?
You don't talk about my friend Jess's pussy like that, Wally.
My friend Jess's pussy. Jess is not my friend, but Jess's pussy is my friend.
That's correct. That's correct. Pick again.
Very good.
God, I've been sitting in my car. I'm actually going to have to go stand in line. People are encroaching on my shit.
Chris, at Bingo, do they feed you?
Oh yeah, there's a dinner at 5:00. I'm pretty sure there's going to be something fancy, like steamship round of beef or something. Something real fancy.
Do they have like a buffet or something?
I don't know. I don't remember what last year was like here. I was so sick when I was here last year. I was really That was like the
probably-
height of my. It was the height of my stomach issues.
It was
last
probably
year.
the seafood. Stay away from the seafood buffet again. This
Yeah.
year.
Probably. Hey, listen. No, when the sign says fresh shrimp and you're in Frederick, do you see any water around here? Neither do I.
Yeah, and then you add to it the fact that everybody can put their nasty, dirty hands on it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
pass.
I wish we had a bingo hall around here. I would go play bingo. Bingo sounds like a place you could make some friends at a table sitting next to you. Do you go with a group of people, or is it just you and Jenna?
It's a group of us that go. Jenna and her brother and sister will be coming up here later. Right now, my friends, here you go. Tammy and Skeeter. They're sitting in their car while I'm standing
Skeeter.
in line. Skeeter.
Now, are you holding a place for all of those people?
I am. Total of 8.
Now, will the octogenarians fight?
Probably.
We are going to need video of that.
I can see some
if it
walkers
happens.
flying around.
Mine says Sunday.
Oh, that's interesting.
Listen,
I'm sorry. Are you listening to this?
Yeah,
there's already fighting, it sounds like.
I know it is. There's some discontent
already.
already. Ain't even
Wow.
done the gambling yet. There's already discontent. here.
Listen, if a walker flies by your head,
Yeah.
you better get a picture of that, some video.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just realizing that my tickets say Tuesday, December 31st, 2023. I'm going to walk over to Tammy's car real quick and show her that, see what she has to say. Tammy's one of the funniest people in the world. She's got a real deep smoker voice going, bullshit. Why are you telling me that shit? Hang on one second. This will be fun. Oh, Tammy. Hi, honey.
Uh-oh.
How are you?
This would be great.
You want to see something on our tickets? What? Tuesday, December 31st. When the fuck is that? See?
That's funny.
Yeah. All right.
Is
How
she
about that
smoking
laugh?
Pall Malls?
It's like he's doing a
No.
remote.
No, I am pretty sure that is like Lucky Strike unfiltered.
Yeah, see, it was either Pall Malls or Lucky Strikes.
It
Or,
was something that's unfiltered, right? I mean, we can all agree on
it was
that.
one
Yeah.
of those. It was one of those ones.
Oh, and it does sound like I'm doing a remote, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody put the Marty up.
Yeah, he's
You
walking
gotta give
around
away-
interviewing fans.
You better give away a couple of CDs.
Yeah. Tell you what, one of these old bitches is going to see my B7 in a minute.
So
Lord.
now, what is the discontent in the line? What's going on?
Well, because somebody's ticket says Tuesday, December 31st, like mine. Somebody else says Sunday. Somebody else's doesn't have a date on it. I think we're going to have some fun here soon.
Oh,
man.
Oh, yeah.
how
Well,
does that even happen that there are different dates or days?
Or Thermont. That's hell.
Oh,
It's a bingo hall in Maryland. What do you think?
Well, I mean, we are in Thermont. Maybe the clan bingo is Tuesday. I have no idea.
That
it
could
go
be.
either way.
that could be. They have
Yeah.
their own calendar. The 31st
Yes.
is Tuesday for them.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
that makes
What-
sense.
what-
Actually, they
they
have their
play-
own
they
rules
play on
about
a
everything
different-
else.
It'd be playing on a different card. The caller up front says, all right, first number is, you ain't from around here, are you, boy? 17. Yeah.
What is it? It's you sure this isn't the clan meeting?
Oh, well, that's Tuesday, I'm saying. Today, I think we're okay.
It's clan meeting time. I'm sorry, this is the clan meeting ticket.
I don't think they have that meeting on the day that Chick-fil-A's closed. so.
This is for the clan buffet.
You say we're going to have fried clans here? Oh, is that with a K or a C?
It's with K and C and an F in the
my
middle.
Lord. Oh, boy. Our
It's
second
delicious.
37.
See, so
Good Lord. Yeah, this is scary up here.
I could not go play bingo tonight.
Hmm.
I
Well,
couldn't
why
play
not? Because you'll be
because-
asleep at 8 o'clock?
You got it right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I will be asleep because I'm going to work tomorrow. Even
Oh,
though
are
it's,
you?
Yeah, I'll work tomorrow. A short day, but I'll work.
Yeah, no, it's no fun on amateur night, is it?
Listen to them going.
Oh, dude, this is nothing. This is only like 20 people in line, too. 20 people in line. By the way, it's 43 degrees right now
Can you
and
imagine?
progressively getting colder.
It's like they've got 60-inch TVs at sale at the Walmart for bingo.
And this is the night before. This is the night before Black Friday. I should have set up a tent out here.
Set up so you get an early take on the early cards.
Yeah,
I'll have
exactly.
10 cards, please.
Now, I feel like I do hear one voice that is standing out more than the others. And she
Yes.
definitely has that Balmer accent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Can you, good Lord. And you know what? You know what she's lacking? Teeth. There's an absolute lack of teeth.
That's great.
Yeah, we have a lot of that around here too. I like it.
Not here.
Where all these teeth go? Where do all these teeth go?
Tooth Fairy takes them.
My guess is for sale. That's where they go. For
Maybe like a
sale.
yard sale of teeth.
Trade them in
Oh
for
my
meth.
God, yes, that's exactly right. They do that down at the corner, right next to the plasma.
What can I
place.
get for an eye tooth and 2 molars?
I ain't using none of these wisdoms no more.
I haven't used this incisor in a long time. I'll give
my
you it
God.
because I only drink out of a straw now.
I mean, you don't
I
have to
don't need
chew
your
meth,
help.
do you?
Do what?
I said you don't have to chew meth, do you?
These people pull out one teeth at a time to cover things on their bingo card. Okay. So,
My bladder done gone dry.
I got
Give me the teeth.
and you know what a real bitch is when it's a cover-all game on the board? That's 25 teeth you got to use.
That's your whole set of uppers.
So, you
It's
got to take
gone.
these out. Oh, look, I'm going to borrow Daddy's choppers for this game. Oh,
Good
my
thing
God.
we pulled Junior's teeth before we came.
Oh my Lord. So I got to go to Indianapolis this week for work. Is there
Oh,
anything fun to do there?
I have no idea.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so that part of the country in general is kind of well. Jess, you've lived up sort of in that. You didn't you live in Kansas City?
No, I lived in Wichita.
But, you know, it's only 8 hours from here, supposedly. And supposedly it's still Eastern time zone as well.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, in Indiana is. Yeah,
Well,
but
part of
I
it.
didn't know.
that part of the-
I figure Indiana was near Chicago, so it was Central time, but I guess
Well,
not.
some like Tennessee is partly in Eastern and partly in Central.
Right.
and
And
I
even when
Think
I went
Indiana
down to
might be that way as well.
because Nashville was Central time, wasn't it?
Nashville Central Time, yeah, but like an hour to the east is where the line is.
And I think isn't there
Really?
a part
Huh.
in Arizona where they don't do any time where they change time? One part's in Eastern, one part's in Central, and one part doesn't change.
My brother
Well, one
doesn't
part
change.
is like
He's
mountain
in
time.
yeah. My brother's in Mesa. He doesn't change. I have to look up what time it is there because I don't know if he's 1 hour behind or 2.
Yeah, and
But-
so they just leave it. Whether if they're in Central Time, they just stay in Central Time. They don't change. They don't go back and forth, and
Well,
forth.
apparently there's an Indian reservation in Arizona which refuses to change time, but there's another sect inside of the reservation which does change time because they don't like the people that have the overall reservation. So I seriously, I read that the other day.
They've got a reservation against changing time.
That's correct.
We've got reservations on the reservation, folks. You know, when you think about just listen to Chris say that stuff. I'm going to be liberal just for a second here, if you don't mind.
What?
Jesus Christ.
What a great place we live in, though. You can have all this shit going on, and people really just go with it. People just fucking go with it. You got all this shit going on. I've decided I don't watch since I sort of adopted Jess's view of the news. I've stopped watching it. It
It's a
is
good view.
so
Yep.
the news is so fucking it creates tension and problems where there is none.
Right.
It's their whole thing. It's just that's their thing. Oh, you got to look at this. Look what we dug up.
I
It
really
fucking
feel
does
like
nothing.
the pandemic could have gone a whole different way if the
Oh,
news
fuck yes.
if the news hadn't done what it did.
You are correct, Jess.
Totally.
I feel like it could have been a much less divisive thing if the news had just said in a calm manner, here's what's happening, instead of breaking in on the fucking hour to tell you how many people have COVID. Like, they turned it into a circus.
Okay, so there's this tape of our friend Ed, who was doing traffic on WMAL. Okay, and he's sitting at his remote location. Okay, and then there's the people in the studio at WMAL. So the woman's doing the news at MAL, and she had opened up Ed's pot early. Okay, and it was right when COVID was beginning, and Ed didn't believe in any of this shit, still doesn't. And the woman says, well, a total of 6 people in the area have been diagnosed with COVID-19 and more are on the way. And Ed in the background goes, ah! Now, of course, he didn't realize he was live on the air. Yeah, that was a fucking highlight of the year. And, he totally turned it around. The PD was saying something like, why would he do that on my air? And his boss is like, why would your people have him turned up before he's supposed to go on?
Why doesn't he have control over his own mic, too?
Oh, he has control over his mic, but he had his turned on, ready to go, waiting for them to pot him up.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
That was funny shit.
Yeah.
That was a funny fucking day.
I think Jess is right about there was 2 groups of people that were benefiting the most out of COVID. Maybe 3. New media and politicians
and the pharmaceutical company,
pharmaceutical companies, i.e., medicine,
Clorox.
Yeah. So it's just so fucking. It's just fish. So I've really kind of stopped watching it. I don't watch the news anymore, and if I do look at it, I will look at the highlight version for local news. I don't give a fucking shit anymore about the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because it is so fucking divisive.
Yeah.
It really is. And you get enough of the divisive news when you click on Facebook and suddenly there's somebody's got something on their fucking feed. You're like, really? Really?
Or just the fact that people feel like, somebody posts a funny meme that's just funny. It's not political. It's not anything other than funny. And some dickhead has to come in there talking about the liberals or Trump or the Trumpsters.
Right.
Either way, because people do it from both sides. And it's like, this wasn't fucking political. Why is everything political free? Go away.
Yeah, because it's fun to make fun of Joe Biden.
It's fun to make fun of everybody.
And it's fun to make fun of Trump. It's fun to make fun of politicians because it's
fun to make fun of you guys.
If you're a funny person.
What did that bitch say?
That wasn't funny.
It's easy fodder. It's easy to make fun of these people.
Ask Saturday Night Live. They've made fun of every president.
Right. And probably.
How do they get away with that on Saturday Night Live with what they say?
I don't. What do you mean?
Because
okay, so the joke trade between Michael Che and the other guy.
So they're so good.
So I'm watching a highlight reel of it, and this was from a couple. I don't know, was it a year ago or 4 years ago, whatever? When Pete Buttigieg was running for president, and he says Pete Buttigieg is not not tracking in the African American community, but word is he will next week when he announces his running mate, the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Jesus.
Okay, it's fucking hilarious. You get away with that.
But TV. Was that one of the things where they were making
doing their joke trade?
They were making each other say offensive shit, and that's what makes it funny.
I also think.
But do you think they really do? Do you think it really is a joke trade? Or do you think it's all just written out? And then the storyline is the joke trade?
I mean, a lot of those guys who act and perform on SNL are writers as well. So, and I know writers. Michael Che is a stand-up comedian, so I wouldn't be surprised if he wrote that joke, for example.
I mean, you look at some of the funny people. All right, so Conan O'Brien was a writer on Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
Seth Meyers was a writer on Saturday Night Live. All of these motherfuckers, and you can go down the list. These were writers on SNL.
Norm Macdonald was a writer.
Right.
These were writers on this fucking show because they're funny. I think that bit the Colin Yost thing or the Mr. Charlize Theron and those two guys. I think what makes it even
No, he's
funnier.
isn't he with Scarlett? Scarlett
Oh, Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, I'm
Johansson?
sorry.
Yeah.
Scarlett O'Hara? Yeah, I think so. He likes that old pussy. That's what he likes.
See, there's a good joke right there for them.
I'll think about that tomorrow.
But I think the other part of the joke there is there are some people that aren't in on the joke. They don't fucking know that that's what's happening when those guys are trading off, that they write for each other. And the first time they see it is when they read it on air.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people who watch that shit have no idea that's the inside joke of the joke. And then they get pissed off about the whole thing. So you get like a double joke, because when you hear the white guy read the racist and the black guy read the racist, that's funny. And then you get another laugh because you realize there's a whole bunch of people watching have no idea that this is a joke.
Because they're not even watching the show. They're watching these recaps on.
Right.
You got it.
And the black guy, which one is that? I don't even pay attention to know
Michael Shea.
which one is what.
Yeah,
okay,
Michael Shea.
Michael Shea, he's doing one of Colin's jokes and sits there and says, and I just want to take a moment to say that all lives matter. and everyone just fucking broke the fuck up, obviously. But yeah, if somebody's watching that, you got a generation of people that are getting their news from the Daily Show.
Yeah.
Or from Facebook. And then they watch this shit and say, oh, look at that racist bitch right there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
it's crazy.
But so I have watched, I watch those sort of liberal shows, the Daily Show and Bill Maher. And though Bill Maher, he's not completely liberal, though he is liberal, but he's very even. But those are better representations of the real news with the slant, because you're in on the joke, you're in on what's going on, you're in on the tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
You understand that it's fucking biting wit.
You can't say slant. You can't. That's a racist term. Family Guy did that and said, "Oh, let's check Connie Chung's slant of the news."
Wow.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Still, I don't care. The best joke ever on that show was "Seen better days, Lois."
Seen better days. Yes,
it is such a great. It's a great line. It's just a great little scene. Seen better days, Lois. Seen better days. I love that one. Yeah, I think that I would rather get my news from those guys, even though it's only not real news, than I want to watch these other fucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see them. Because I feel like they're trying to steal from me. They're trying to sell me soap and a new car.
Yeah, they are.
That's what they're doing.
That's exactly what they're doing.
They're trying to sell me a rain jacket when it's fucking going to be a sunny day.
Mm-hmm.
By saying everything's a fucking storm now. Everything's a storm.
Yeah. I
don't give a shit what it's doing. If you might get a half an inch of snow, it's a storm.
For sure.
And it's gonna have the same characteristics as a nor'easter, but it's only gonna be an inch of snow.
Right.
Shut the fuck up then. We're gonna put fucking wobbly fucking Al, what's his face from the Today Show, out on somebody's veranda and watch the wind blow him over.
Al Roker.
Yeah, that's him. Al.
Hey, I would watch that show. I would watch that show.
Or what's his name from the Weather Channel?
Studley Cantori.
Yeah. Who wasn't it Cantori that they exposed for like making a video? It looked like he's in the middle of this storm and you can't the streets are flooded, and then
people walked right by him.
Two people walked right behind him.
And then I think Cantori used to work in New Hampshire at Q106 where I worked at his very early days.
Really?
Before he was in the Weather Channel. But if Cantori comes to your town, there's a problem.
Well, unless he's making that shit up.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
But if they say, we're going to go to, what is it, Jim Cantori, he's in downtown Nashville, Jess, go to higher ground.
Well.
If they say, yeah, we get that a lot. We get the weather people are out on the street with a measure, with a ruler, showing you how deep the snow is.
Yeah. I think Cantori did come to Nashville in 2010 when it flooded here. And The Weather Channel was literally the only coverage. Nashville was underwater, and the only coverage was the Weather Channel.
Because they're tough.
Well, because the rest of the news media had a potential bomb in Times Square. It wasn't a bomb, but they had all of their cameras, all of the news media from every network, CNN, all of them had their cameras pointed at a van on a cleared out Times Square. They weren't letting people walk around. There was nothing. All of the cameras on this van, nothing is happening. Nashville is underwater and nothing is happening in Times Square, but the only coverage was Times Square.
I do remember that. Yeah, here a couple of years ago we had a case where in downtown Portland, on the news, they were showing a knapsack somebody had left, like in the Commons.
Yeah,
in one of the Commons. A knapsack. You can't even fucking forget your knapsack with all of a sudden it's a bump. So then they have the robot going out there and they have to blow it up.
Did you see
a knapsack?
I posted this a couple of weeks ago. So part of my job every day is to do music news. I record music news. And so there's a whole bunch of websites that I look at to see what's going on and kind of find the most entertaining stories. And one of the websites I look at is called Taste of Country, which is owned by Town Square Media, I think. One of the radio companies. I think it's
right.
Town
That's
Square.
the name of one of their shows, isn't it?
Taste of Country, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the news stories that they had was relive tragic news reports on country music deaths. Now, December is a slow time of the year for anything newsworthy in music because all of the tours are wrapping up. Like nothing's happening here. The biggest news is somebody got married or somebody had a baby. But really, they put a story together on reliving the tragic news reports on country music deaths. Picture of George Jones right there. Come on,
dude! I saw that. You posted that?
I did post that. Yeah,
I remember I had seen that once. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was a picture of George Jones.
Yeah.
Just that was their big news story. He died this year.
Well, no, he died in 2013, but it was a news, like you see a Nashville news reporter and then George Jones's picture behind her. And the story is how local news announced the deaths of 10 country singers and celebrities. That's the story. Like
that
of
is
all
a
time.
Slow news month.
Of just
right there.
all time.
Oh, of all time.
Yeah, just reliving news reports on people dying in country music.
The news is so fucking awesome.
That's why I had to screenshot it. I was like, oh, somebody was like, here's a story idea. And somebody else was like, yes, do that.
Somebody had to give seal of approval on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see a where did I see? I saw all the deaths of this year.
No, they do that every year, like an in memoriam thing. And
yeah, I saw the thing this year, but I was surprised. A couple of people I didn't know who had died.
Like who?
Like, wow, I didn't know they died. All of the famous faces that die. Some people you expect to die. The thing is, though, somebody dies at 93, and they post a picture of them when they were 40.
Yeah, I remember how brutal 2016 seemed in terms of celebrity deaths. It was like one after it was like it just kept to the point where everybody was like, "What the hell is happening? We got to end this year before 2016 takes Betty White." And, that was obviously pre-COVID. 2020 was like, hold my beer, bitches. Let's see what we can do here. But I just remember seeing the list of people who had died in 2016 and just going, holy shit, we got to get to 2017 fast.
Well, I think the new celebrity darling is not a darling at all. I think the new celebrity darling for 2024 is going to be Dick Van Dyke. I've been seeing a ton of Dick Van Dyke stuff this year.
Oh no,
this month.
Gypsy Rose who got released from jail.
I can't even remember what that story was.
Neither could I, but I see it everywhere now.
I do too, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Who was it? Gypsy Rose?
Yeah.
Yes, but it wasn't Gypsy Rose Lee. That's different. But yeah, Gypsy Rose something. Killed
Gypsy
somebody,
Rose
killed her mother or
Blanchard.
something.
Who's she?
Oh, that's right. She convinced her online boyfriend to kill her mother. She had been abused by her mother, and so she met this guy online and convinced him to kill her mom. It was a whole Dateline thing.
I'm looking at a list of people who celebrities who died this year, and I got to tell you, so far I have no idea who Mike Nussbaum is. I'm looking at some of these people. I have no idea. James McCaffrey.
When you said
Mrs.
Mike
Nussbaum's
Nussbaum,
kid.
I was thinking Mike Nesmith, and that's
So was I,
a
yeah.
different person.
Camden Toy. These are apparently all stars that I have no idea. Oh, Ryan O'Neal. I don't know who that is. Yeah, a bunch of people. I have no idea.
You don't know who Ryan O'Neal is?
No, I know who Ryan O'Neal is.
Okay, that's Jesus.
I was surprised. Ralph Sorella.
I don't know who that is.
He was a soprano, wasn't he?
He was from Howard Stern.
There you go. Oh, Cabby, Ralph the Cabby.
Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised. He was a young guy. So the only time it's sort of surprising is like, he was only 63. I'm like, yeah, if I were 22, wow, he was 63.
Yeah, when
Now
you're
that I'm-
22, you're like, well, of course he died. He was 63.
Right.
And when you're
What
over
is the
50,
dividing line?
when you're over 50, you're like, oh, he was only 63.
Yeah, I know. He was
What
so
is the
young.
dividing line? Is the dividing line between oh God, that's a tragedy that he died, and oh well, he was old? What's the
I think
dividing line?
55.
No.
I don't believe so.
I think 55 to me seems like, wow, that's young.
I would say in this age, I mean, I'm thinking,
But
look,
I would
my
still think
parents are
60
82.
is too young for somebody to die.
Yeah,
I
well,
think so.
But at 60, I would say 50. At 65, I'd say like, well, it's a little young, but
Hey,
I'm
let's
close
say,
to that age.
what do you think? 73?
God, I don't know.
73, you've lived a long life?
I don't know. I don't know what
I
the
think-
line is.
I think a long life is 85.
Well, why don't we take a poll of our listener?
You want me to message her real quick?
Yeah, would you?
Yeah, let's find out. I think 85 is a long life.
Yeah.
I think middle age is probably now, 45.
Wow, I'm
that's-
fucking old.
Yeah, you're past middle age, girl.
Yeah, it's all downhill, honey.
I guess.
Chris, you're at the middle age too, right? Just about.
When I hit 48, my parents finally said to me, so you're nearing 50. I'm like, oh, fuck you. Okay. I'm in my mid 40s, bitch.
But I'm a young 40. I'm a young 48.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
young.
still spry.
See, I'm a nice, I'm spry. I can move around. Too bad my colon is in a nursing home.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not surprised when I hear people are 72, 73, 74. Then I say like, well, yeah, a pretty good life. But at 55, I think is young. I think that's where I start saying, well,
That's way too young.
Mm.
That's young.
I mean, I guess it just really depends on how they lived their life because, I know some 70-year-olds who are probably more active than me. And I know some 70-year-olds who don't get out of the recliner. So.
Oh, wait, I'm not 70 yet.
Yet. The timer's kicking, Wally.
No judgment. I'm just saying, I think for some of those, it just really depends on, well, I mean, it depends on a lot of stuff. Like your body's just going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, there is no, like, my fucking body is failing me quickly.
I would like to know where your body thinks the line is, because when did I go from being able to do stuff around my house to doing one thing and now I can't fucking move for a week?
Yeah.
2012.
Is that when it happened?
Yes.
One time
December
with
of
your-
12.
Yeah.
One time you put your ankles behind your ears and then for a week you can't move. Right?
Exactly.
What was that from your last pegging, Wally? What was that?
No, I can my body in the last 4 years has fucking aged probably 15 years.
Yeah.
And before that, I was fucking fine. But after the vertebrae break and then some changes, my fucking body is on a quick decline.
Yeah.
Dude, if you wouldn't have your balloon knot up in the air presenting yourself like the NBC peacock, you probably wouldn't have these problems.
Yeah. I don't see any of that shit happening.
Well, usually you wouldn't without a good mirror.
Yeah. Again, I don't see any of that shit happening.
God, I'm pretty sure I just pissed off half the fucking line here.
Oh, yeah. You're forgetting you're in the line, right?
Basically, yes.
And you're talking sexy talk.
Can't do that.
Wait till
do that.
Someone's going to come out. Security's going to come out. Some guy's going to come out.
I'm sorry, sir. You listen, I've heard what you've been saying in line. We're not going to allow you to play the crazy L game tonight.
But he's going to have one of those canes with the 4 things on the bottom.
Yeah.
There's 4 legs on the bottom of the cane. I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to leave. No bingo for you. But I'm here for the seafood buffet. Sorry, sir. No seafood for you. Yeah, I hope you win tonight. I hope you have
I do too.
I hope Chris has a good winning night tonight.
But I hope I do too, because I got to pay off my dealer, man. I got to have a good night.
But Chris usually has good luck. Chris has better luck than most people I know.
Yeah.
Who go to the bingo or the casino.
Yeah. Agree.
He's got a Chris. You definitely have a
Oh, hold on 1 second. Look, they're all talking here. Hold on.
If you bought a ticket, get in this line. If you got to buy a ticket or you already have a ticket, this line.
I thought she was yelling angrily, but she's not. She's yelling informatively.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm sort of disappointed by that.
Yeah, I thought I was waiting for a fuck.
I thought she was like, bitch, I bought a ticket.
Listen to me. There will be no bingo tonight. Now, if you want to go to the clan meeting, that's next door.
You can come back on Tuesday, December 31st.
That's correct.
See, I so wanted to hear, like, I bought my fucking tickets last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still have my tickets from last year, ma'am. Can I use them?
I thought it was about to become a big a Bill Engvall routine.
I thought there was a melee about to start.
I thought something was about to happen here. Listen. This is fun doing a remote broadcast. I haven't done one of these in several years, Jess.
Hold your ground. Hold your ground, Chris. Hold your ground.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
You got any T-shirts?
Yeah. I tell you, we're actually going to drop turkeys out of a helicopter soon.
Oh, good, because I'm pretty sure they can fly.
God is my witness.
Every how many posts did you see of that?
Oh my God, all
turkey?
of them, mostly from radio people.
Yeah.
Oh, always.
Somebody posted, it was in my Facebook memories the other day, that somebody tagged me in a picture of a little, like a kid's WKRP in Cincinnati set with a little microphone and a mixing board.
I had that.
Did you really?
I had that. It's still sitting actually in Silver Spring at the house. It's new in the box. Somebody gave it to me for Christmas about 5 years ago.
No
and I never
kidding.
opened it. Yeah.
There is no way. You need to sell that to iHeartMedia. Maybe they can help them get back on their feet.
It's more
figure out
advanced
what
than
radio
some of
is
their
supposed to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
my
Probably
God.
works better than some of their studios.
No kidding.
No doubt. Yeah, what iHeart needs is that they need the WKRP kid set and a Mr. Microphone.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, Jess, opening up for Christmas one year, my first Next Gen?
You
That'd be
know,
great.
if any of my posts
first
from
one.
back in the day about Next Gen are any indication, I would have been pissed off as much then as I was when I was working with it.
Listen,
Dude, and I look at that stuff and then I realize, holy shit, I've had this stuff on my Facebook about how much I hate fucking Next Gen and RCS. And then I was working for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
RCS, that's Selector.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember Selector.
And Next
I
Gen
am
is Profit.
I'm a Selector master, according to these people.
I used Enco most. The most one I used was Enco.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that was a shit show.
They're all
But I
shit
used
shows.
Well, the weird thing about RCS was RCS Selector and RCS. There was the RCS Selector for the studio, right? the selector system, but then there was also the traffic, and they fucking merged so poorly.
Yeah.
Oh, totally. You'd have commercials at the top of the hour and jingles where songs were supposed to be. And
I
They
yeah,
had a
awful.
traffic system and a programming system made by the same company that couldn't merge.
I
without
came to the
two third
conclusion-
companies merging software.
I came to the conclusion that none of that shit, the scheduling systems, the on-air management systems with the music and everything, none of those people were programmed or invented by anybody that knew anything about radio.
The best.
That is correct.
There was one, and it was the one we used. Music Master was the fucking
Now,
best of all.
Music Master, I actually still use for my online stations, and they're great.
Yeah,
Joe
and
Knapp
they're-
created that thing, and it's awesome.
Yeah, Joe Knapp. Yep, I used to.
I don't think I
talked
ever
to-
used Music
Joe Knapp's
Master.
still around. I talked to Joe Knapp once in a while.
Oh, I talked to his wife yesterday.
You did.
Yeah.
I used to talk to because when I started programming in around here, I picked up their new version of Music Master, whatever it's called now. I forget. It's much more complicated, the new system. I like the old system. I remember when the old system, they went from having just two colors to adding. They had Christmas. They added green and red to their color scheme.
They did. Well, now there's even more than that. And
Oh, yeah.
you know why I like Music Master better than RCS? We're getting too inside radio here, but RCS was don't break these rules. Music Master is achieve these goals.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That sounds better.
And that's why it works.
Music Master had a great way of their way of putting your flow in.
Uh-huh.
You know, go from the 3 to the 4 to the 5. It was just a perfect rhythm. You could create a perfect rhythm with their up and down
Agreed.
Hey,
flow. It was
Chris,
just really good.
Yeah.
Chris, can you tell those women to pipe down? We're trying to do a show over here.
Well, I'm probably going to have to go because you remember at Best Buy in like 1998 when you were trying to get a Nintendo?
Yeah.
That's what this is about to be.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
You're trying to get
Your
something.
doors are opening in 3 minutes.
Yeah, they are. So I better run and pick up my stuff off the ground here.
This is as good a time to wrap as any.
It is.
Yeah, why
So
not?
Happy New Year.
Show.
Happy New Year. You got a dad joke?
You know what? I do not. I did not come like I should. Actually, wait, I might. Let me look. I think, did I screen cap one the other day that I put in here? Hang on one second.
Hey, Chris, can you just hold your phone up to a couple of folks and say Happy New Year? Maybe we can hear a Baltimore Happy New Year back.
No, I'm scared, Wally,
Balmer.
right now. I am very scared right now. So I will not be doing that right now.
Take one for the team. Take one for the team, Chris.
Okay, so somebody put on Facebook a picture of Mike Tyson and Mia Khalifa together. And somebody says, who are you lasting longer with? 1 minute with Mike Tyson or 1 minute with Mia Khalifa? And the person wrote down, I don't think I've been able to get an erection with Tyson, but I'll try. And there you go.
guys.
Okay.
I'm
Happy New
getting
Year,
shitty
Jess.
looks
You just
now.
keep drinking, okay?
Happy New
yes,
Year.
will do. Happy New Year,
See y'all
guys.
later.